Alright guys, welcome back to This is Australia with Damian and Candetti. I'm here today with Neil from Dario Caravans and Repairs. He's going to be taking us through a handover today of a Snowy River Caravan.
On the day that you've picked up the caravan, you may not have taken it all in, but we're here to help you, and hopefully Damian and I can give you the information that you need, and it's going to be always at hand. So come along with us and let's go through the process of a handover. Okay, you're ready to pick up your caravan. Well, first thing we do in the handover process is to make sure that you understand what your 50mm hitch is going to be doing and how best to keep yourself safe while you're driving. One of the first things that I recommend is that you lift up your pin, and then when you've got it attached to the car, you actually drop it down and you make sure that that is the first thing that you do to make sure that you're going to be safe. And this is a locking mechanism. There's a mechanism underneath here that will go through and make sure that it's tied up against the ball. And you can do some adjustments as we go forward, but that's for a little bit later on. Here's a little hole. You can actually put a split pin of some sort to stop this clip from coming out, this spring-loaded clip, but this stops the mechanism from jumping off and losing the caravan as you go. Most caravans nowadays will run with a 12-pin plug, and the salesperson or the person that sold you the van will give you some idea of how the 12-pin plug adapts to your vehicle. Another very important piece is the breakaway. This breakaway will attach to part of the chassis onto the tow bar, and you make sure that that is attached all the time. This is a safety mechanism that if you have a problem with the tow bar falling away from the caravan, it will actually pull out and put the brakes on. Really important. Before you take off, one of the other things that you want to make sure is that the handbrake is off. You'll need to pull back, lift that up. I recommend that you flick it all the way over the top, which is again spring loaded, and drop it onto the other side. That way it doesn't inadvertently come on. With a lot of caravans nowadays, you might have a battery system and you may have an Anderson plug. This Anderson plug will run through and charge your batteries. You can get a second Anderson plug that will run directly to your fridge, but your salesperson will be able to help you with that. The Snowy River comes with a reversing camera and monitor, but it's a 4-pin plug, and that will enable you to look at the cars coming from behind you. Importantly, you have twin chains. These chains will be attached to the caravan, and then you will attach it to your rated shackles. We recommend that you crisscross them and then attach them. You can adjust the lengths without taking the links off. You just put the links in the position for the rated shackle. Your jockey wheel, always take your jockey wheel out, reduce the height of it, drop it onto the tow ball, and then take the jockey wheel off. Some caravans do have a parcel tray in here. Don't store the jockey wheel in there because it can bounce out. On your gas bottles, there's nothing worse than getting out there and barbecuing and there's no gas in the gas bottles. So we fill up the gas bottles nice and full, and you'll notice that there are 2 gas bottles linking into one regulator. This green arrow is identifying which gas bottle is going to be working. So obviously the arrow is pointing that way, that gas bottle's working, and you flick it over when that one's empty. So as if you are free camping, you can monitor how much gas you're using. What we've got here are 2 taps. This tap here is for out. This tap here is connected to a garden hose that is water grade quality, and a one-way valve. Obviously water goes in and it can come out here if you want to wash your car or water the lawn. Going on from that, up here you've got a nice boot on the Snowy River Caravans. Quite a big boot, which allows you to store some of your items. Has a light in here, your VIN plate, but more importantly, it's got a plug down here. If you inadvertently left it open and it got full of water, you could drain it out, knowing that the Snowy River Caravans are an aluminium frame and fiberglass, so water's not going to damage them. Up on top here, some of the caravans have a window that you're able to open up when you're in your position in the caravan park. You'll notice our Snowy River has 3 locks, and to open them, you need to open up all 3. When you're closing it, you'll hear an audible lock. Make sure that that's locked down when you're traveling. Also on here, you have a knurled piece of aluminium screw. You would undo that to open it and make sure it's tight, nice and firm for road traveling. Thanks for coming along with us during this handover on the Snowy River Caravan. We've got a lot more detail to come in the following videos.
Thanks for watching.